Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. After a scary game last week against Rutgers, we had a little bit of a bye week to regroup and figure out things. And with a big game against The Ohio State University today, we got 2 recruits visiting, or 3, math is hard. We have Craig Norris, we have Mark Wood, and Darrow Hill. Let's go ahead and check them out. Now, Craig Norris is a 4-star strong safety who I'm really excited about. If we go ahead and look at his scouting, great speed and acceleration. His hip power is pretty solid. He's got really good zone coverage. Man coverage actually isn't that bad, and his press is pretty good, along with high pursuit. This dude could be a stud. Mark Wood is the definition of a big fella, 6'6", 300 pounds, and this dude has great acceleration. His strength is pretty solid, but his pass block, run block, and impact blocking are all in the 80s. You love to see that. And last but not least, we have Darrow Hill or Damel Hill. Got to figure out how to say his name, but this was a 4-star athlete. I know. I have to recruit at least one athlete every year. It's kind of in my contract. But if you go ahead and look, great speed and acceleration. His play rec's super high. His man coverage, zone coverage is really high. This guy's more than likely playing on the defensive side, but he also has great elusiveness, juke move. He could probably play a little bit of running back or wide receiver. We'll sort of figure that out, but this dude could be a stud. Oh, and did I mention that we actually got another player? We have 4 recruits we've landed now. We have Kenny Davis, who is now 85 speed, 84 acceleration. Block setting's okay to 73, but again, we got another defensive end to help out that long lineage of great defensive ends we've had here. You love to see it. And while there's plenty of good news, I think, from what we're doing on a recruiting standpoint, Dominique Mauger, who is really our top prospect we're trying to get, I'm a little bit nervous about him at the moment. Now, he had a visit in week 4 and went really well, but if you look at this, Tennessee, Kansas, and Vanderbilt all went up massive, and it makes no sense. We have had 700 points in this dude the entire time, but they all went up 900 or more points. I don't know how that's possible, but we have to figure out how to keep this dude. In the event we do lose him, we do have Charles Lakier Jr., who, again, we're trying to land. And if we can get a couple of these recruits off our board, we'll still scout some other middle linebackers as more of a safety net, but I want Dominique, okay? We need you. We need you. From a top 25 standpoint, we are the number 2 team in the nation, only behind Florida, and we have about half of the first place vote, so that's not bad. You can see Clemson, Miami, North Carolina are all in your top 5. Keep going down, Auburn's at 10, Notre Dame's moves up to 11. And then at the very end, you're seeing Tennessee, Maryland, Air Force, and Texas A&M. Remember, Air Force was a team that got on the college football playoffs last year, so they're trying to build their resume yet again. And then from a Heisman standpoint, he was on there at the top before the bye week, but after the bye week, they removed Jason Barr. Let's make them realize they made a mistake. This is a big game for a lot of reasons. We're playing The Ohio State University, a team that we've had a rivalry with for a long time. That's important. And yes, they're currently 1-3 in the season. It hasn't been a great year for them, and they've had some really tough games, and they've held it pretty much close. So we've got to make sure that our guys are out here doing their best to dominate today. And Jason Barr being removed off the Heisman list, like, I get it. They had a bye week. He couldn't get any stats during that time. But this dude is still the best running back in the nation, for my money. But it feels like the biggest question we're trying to answer is just Cedric Riley. What is going on with Riley? He has had great moments. He's had moments that have been frustrating, but we still believe in him. He just might need some reality checks here and there. But I do see a lot of parallels between Riley and McConnell, the decision-making early on in their career, how they sort of evolve, how they bounce back. I mean, these dudes are cut from the same cloth, in my opinion, so it's just about making sure they're protected and they don't do anything too crazy. 2nd and 7, Riley a little gas right now. Got to make sure he's not running too much. Nice pass here to Terrence Williams. We have some room in the space. Jukes back inside, gets inside the 15. What a move to get 23. I do think there's no coincidence that one of the worst games Cedric Riley has had is also the game that we didn't have Tom Baker for the first time. So you're seeing a parallel between what he needs to do without Tom Baker and how he's got to evolve as a QB. Inside the red zone here, Riley's still pretty gassed at the moment. Jason Barr out of the backfield is going to catch that one, turns up, and he's in the end zone, clear as day. 12-yard touchdown reception. Riley to Barr. You'd love to see it. Ohio State is itching for a win right now. They know they have the personnel to do it. It's just, can they take down the number 2 team in the nation? A team that they've struggled against sometimes, but also done really well against too. This is absolutely a rivalry game. You love to see it here in our brand new stadium for the first time. We don't want to lose to Ohio State here. We haven't lost a home game in a very long time, and we don't want that to happen today. We've continuously had the longest stretch of home game wins actively in the NCAA right now, so we have to make sure we hold on to that title today. Deep pass throw. We got a couple of guys there. Hall and company have it, and then they both drop it between him and Walton, but still a great play. So far, so good, though. Haven't really seen many runs from Ohio State. They actually go with one here. Josh Cole trying to get to the running back, and he does bring down Reed after 3. And it actually looks like Reed got hurt in that one. They're bringing in Alston, the backup running back. Quarterback's going to try to take off. Lowe's going to miss on an easy sack, and then they drop the pass. Thank God. Dwayne Hudson with incredible movement in the pocket. They're going to kick this one. It looks like Reed actually has back spasms, so he'll be back pretty soon. With a deep kick, though, Hemphill, always dangerous. Going to be back here trying to return one in case they go wide. They go super wide on that one, and that one is no good. Call him a Buffalo Bills kicker because it was wide right on that. Illinois beats Iowa. Iowa we play next week, and that's not good for them. So Ohio State had an opportunity to get points on the board, but that kick was just a little too much for their kicker. Jason Barr out here moving, and the ankle tackle keeps him from going for big. You can tell that we're trying to get Barr super involved in the game plan today. I mean, look, the disrespect they're putting this dude to take him from the #1 spot in Heisman to just taking him off because he had a bye week. Not on our watch. We're making sure they put him back on their ASAP. Barr's having a great game so far today. Been a huge part of the offense. Already in the end zone. Cedric Riley, though, feels some pressure and smartly gets down because we saw what happened when he doesn't get down. And the main challenge that we've seen Coach Mervyn McMurvin give him is just don't turn the ball over. You don't turn the ball over, we're fine. You turn it over. Oh, that was Jason Barr at quarterback. What the heck? Let's just say that we didn't realize we were in the Wildcat there, and, well, things happen. But, you know what? Good effort. Going back to the halfback screen, it's been huge today, but, yo, how fast is that dude? 31 chased him down like he was crazy. So for the first time today, we punt, and it's the beauty of a punt. Got him inside their own 5. Reed back in the game, and what a hit on that time. Second and short. Hudson underneath center. He's going to move his guy over a little bit. We're still bringing the blitz with the middle with Cole. Got a couple of guys there on the edge. Stephen Lowe can't get him. Hemphill, though, does get the tackle on the second attempt for a loss of 6. Third down, 8 yards to go. Noah's a pass play coming up. You actually don't have anyone on Morales, the tight end, and they go right to him. You hate to see it. Ohio State really wants to get points on the board this time. We are just trying to make sure they don't. Oh, Hudson's out here running. Lowe's going to try to chase him down, and a big hit to stop him after 3. Hudson's had a pretty solid game so far. Hasn't really made too many mistakes, but he just hasn't had really the game that he's hoped for just yet. But look at this backup running back. Austin is out here screaming down the field. Hemphill can't get him quite. Walton forces him out of bounds, but Avery also goes for 52. I don't know what in the 1940s running back number that dude is wearing, but what running back wears number 49 and runs like that? Good Lord. We're getting torched. Doing what we can here. Hudson, good Lord. Run is stalling. Great hit by John Hall, but we got to tackle better. Things getting a little spicy here. We're press covering pretty much across the board. Watching the running back out of the backfield. Couple of guys there, and we get a good stop. Love to see it. Our goal here is to get a stop. Force into a field goal, that would be ideal. Cole and company bringing the pressure. We got a couple of guys there, and look at Doug Hall step up. Big play. The Ohio State University 1 for 2 on third down conversion so far. What are they going to do here? Big opportunity. Watching the halfback, and we get all the pressure in the world. We sack him, I believe, for the first time today. That's going to be Mario Moses' second tackle of the game, first sack. You love to see it. So they were on our doorstep. They were ready for a touchdown, but the defense, you know, bend, don't break. And they did just that. As soon as this goes in, it'll be a 7-3 lead for us. Again, we'll take the 4-point lead because it could have been a tie ball game. Pretty early here in the second quarter. Again, Ohio State bringing a lot of guys in the box, which helps us out because we're running up the middle. And if we can get Barnes a little bit of blocking, he can just fly. Barnes had a pretty mediocre game on the ground so far. Not exactly one he's excited about, but again, I think he'll figure it out. 2nd and 10. We're feeling a lot of pressure, and Riley just can't get rid of it. We take a sack for 8. That's not the ideal move. 3rd and 18. Riley looking for something. Potentially had a guy deep, but he said, I'm going to go ahead and run it. And, well, he got some of his yards back, but it's still going to be a punt. We should have maybe risked it. And we pretty much always simulate punts, and our 44-yard punt was returned 72 yards by Hurts for a touchdown. Oh, no. Okay, special teams, not exactly looking great right now. Let's do better, please. Barr, good move. Hey, we'll take the 4 yards. We're trying a lot of the short stuff, a lot of the running game. I think we have to sort of expand a little bit and let our guys get in the open field for some deep passes. But, hey, read option game looking kind of money right now. Riley got a couple guys in the backfield with him. His guys are getting jammed immediately at receiver, but he finds R.J. Riley across the middle for a 13-yard gain. Cedric is 6 for 6 today. Just, again, not a ton of passing yards at the moment, but he's been pretty good in his time that he has thrown it. Settling a couple of our guys pretty deep. Big guy across the middle is Jared Gold, who's in the red zone. Finally, we're testing down the field a little bit and seeing that they're getting exposed a lot, which you love to see. First down again. Riley keeps on to it. We'll take the 6 yards easy. 2nd and 4, Barr still trying to move the chains. Probably chose the wrong gap to hit. We have yet to actually convert a single third down today, which is mind-blowing considering how good we've been on third down all season. Stewart up the middle. They say he got it. That's all that matters to me. 1st and goal, Barr back in here. Goal's going to move around a little bit. Typically a pretty good run play for us. He goes up the middle, down for 1. Hey, we're hitting right back at him. See if their defense is tired or not. Okay, they're not tired. They knew what was coming. 3rd and goal. We got our first 3rd down conversion this drive. We need another one right here. Bar back in the game. Little halfback toss coming his way. He cuts up. He's in the end zone. Love to see it. Bar's got a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown. We got more to come. You better believe that. Ohio State is 2:35, which is plenty of time. They have all their timeouts. They're going to do their best to try to get more points to the board, and we have got to stop them right now. Look at Josh Cole say, you're not running today. We're going to play the pass on 2nd and 8, even though Hudson's under center. Cole again watching. He's going to try to run. We got dudes ready for him, though. Stopping him after 2. We know we got a pass play. We just got to be prepared. Make a stop here. That's all we need. They're taking a little bit of time. I don't think they're going to run the clock down, but maybe they are, considering how they're going. Hudson makes an adjustment. They are going to actually waste the clock a little bit. They don't feel super confident. It might be a run. We're going to play for that too here. Reed is obviously in the game. 5 seconds left in the play clock. They go deep. John Hall was going to be out of bounds. Gets bummed by his own guy. And stays in bounds. Shout out to Dwayne Cole for keeping him in. What a play. That's not what Ohio State needed. That is the polar opposite. We have a 4-point lead. We're trying to make it even more right now. Big opportunity. Let's see what we can do. If we can capitalize on it, that'll be huge. Riley's feeling the pressure. He's got a guy. He throws it. What an absolute dot to keep him in motion. Riley still has not thrown an incomplete pass today. 8 for 8, 107 yards. He's been honestly pretty good today. Might have been a pick if we thrown that one, so maybe it's better if we took a sack. 2nd and a lot of yards. I don't want to waste the timeout unless we get a pretty good play here. We'll bring Riley across, running a little forward verse action. He wanted to go deep, but it's just, you can't risk that. We got a manageable 3rd and 10. I feel like being at 3rd and 10, we're kind of in 4-down territory, so we can sort of risk to go for a play that is maybe not exactly a typical 3rd and 10 play. Halfback screen. Great blocking. Barr gets a little bit of something, but it's 4th and 8. Maybe we kick a field goal. I don't know. It's going to be tough. So we've opted to not kick the field goal. It's a little too deep. We don't want to call a timeout just yet. We're going to sort of play it by ear. It's a dot. What a catch by Hemphill. We have 1 timeout left. Mike Hemphill doing it on both sides of the ball. I can't believe Hemphill caught that. What an unbelievable grab. You got to be kidding me. Things are looking tough again. Riley just got to get rid of it. 2nd and 10. Again, 1 timeout remaining. Gold has a step on him. It's an absolute dot from Riley, and Gold is in the end zone 18 yards later. You've extended that lead. So going at halftime, a 21-10 lead. It's been a wild one, but can we hold on to that lead? Unlike against Rutgers last week, where we kind of choked. And unlike last week, we don't get the ball at the start of the half, so Ohio State has an opportunity to come back and make it a 4-point game. Let's see if they can do that. Hudson back in shotgun. Goes for a little halfback draw. Their run blocking has just been, honestly, some of the best we've seen all season. 1st down again for Ohio State. They're running most of their plays out of shotgun. We're trying to put a little bit of pressure, and look at Cole come up for a big hit, getting his 1st sack of the game. 2nd and 10, Hudson back under center. Typically, they run out of this. We're going to see what we can do. Watching a little bit more. They go to a toss out here to the edge. We're trying to get some guys out there. We're diving. We're hoping, and we get a stop to make it 3rd and short. Ohio State is 1 for 4 on 3rd downs. We've done a masterful job of sort of keeping them in check there, but can we keep that going here? Lowe trying to get some pressure in. They got a couple of guys. Cole gets absolutely destroyed, but Bass stops him, but they say Alston does get the 1st. Ohio State's getting some momentum going. Can we stop what they have going at the moment? Let's see if Mullins can help get a little bit of pressure off the edge. They 2-team and double-team block that man. He has no chance to get a stop, and John Hall helps clean him up after 9, but the running game is taking over. It really feels like they've honed in and said, look, if we're going to win this game and come back, it's through the running game, and they're absolutely sticking to that right now. Cole nearly has the sack, can't get him, but Mullins brings him down. After 2 teammates try to get him, Mullins is the guy to get the stop. 3rd and 6, what can our guys do? We got Cole guarding the slot receiver. It's 50-50 for us. Edwards makes a good play. Walton is there, and you know what? He might have taken the pick away from his guy, but I think there's a late hit.
Roughing the passer, defense.
That's on us. We got to do better there. We thought we had him, but we didn't. I don't necessarily agree with the call, but I get why they probably called it at that point. Edwards is a little bit too late on that one, and they give him the benefit of the doubt. What an out route here by Fenner. We're going to see if Fowler can get to him when he forces him out of bounds, but Fenner picks up 18. Ohio State has only gotten a touchdown off of their special teams today. They have not gotten one on their own in the offensive side. Does that change here? The quarterback's going to try to run. Cole is ready for him. We've been watching him basically QB spying every time against him. Hudson has run, I guess, a decent amount so far this season, but he's running a lot more because we're really locking up his receivers, and that's a testament to how our guys are doing. As we say that, Corey Davis is wide open for a 10-yard touchdown. The lead is back to 4. It's always going to be a close game with Ohio State. This is a team that knows how to play us. We're right down the road from them. They're very good, and they know how talented we are, too. Barr only has 46 yards rushing in the game, and as much as we want to get him some more attempts, it's got to be within the flow of the offense right now. Okay, 3rd and 3 is going to be close. 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. I just don't even know this offense anymore. I genuinely don't even know who this offense is anymore. It's kind of wild. Riley zoom in. We could have had a couple of guys open, but Riley felt the need to take it in his own hands, and it worked out. Barr is still looking for that really big run today. He's had some solid ones, but just not that signature one we're used to seeing from him. He's going to try to get out to the edge, cuts up a little bit, and they chase him down after 8. Stewart comes in to bail out Barr for a play. Stewart runs into his own guys, and I think he's actually going to be short. No shot. He actually does not make that. Stewart stays in and gives Barr one more rep. And what a carry up the middle for 4. Ohio State's run defense has been great today. Got to give him props. Barr comes back in. Should be pretty fresh at the moment. We're going to try to get a run to the right-hand side. The guy got too deep. He ran into his own man, and it's just going to be a loss of 4. Barr's averaging 3.5 yards per carry, which just does not feel very Jason Barr today. We got to figure out how to get this man some better blocking. Other than getting more offensive linemen that are a little bit better, I don't know. But Jeremy Willis is, excuse me, I'm wide open, and I'm going to go for a big game. Riley only has 1 incompletion today, which I think he threw out of bounds on his own right. He's been really good through the air. Barr, though, we try to run to the outside. A lot of you guys want him to go to the outside, but our outside blocking is just not ideal. I don't want to give up on the run game, though. We're going to try to run to the left-hand side this time. A little bit more of a stretch. The blocking there was a little bit better. Barr only gets 3, however. Barr's out. Stewart's in. Stewart's pretty good in the passing game, though. Let's see if he can work in this halfback screen. They blitz the DB. Stewart's got some room. He's going to try to get to the edge, and Stewart goes all the way in the end zone. He's had a pedestrian game on the ground so far, but that was a big reception to go in the end zone. And as great as his run after the catch was, it was all about that block and the edge that really sealed that for him. If that block is not there, there's no shot that dude is even remotely close to sniffing the end zone. And look at Ray Walton come up in the box and get a big tackle for a loss. We've held Hudson to 11 yards rushing when you incorporate the tackles for loss, the sacks we've had today. We kind of held him in check, which is huge because we've had games against him before where that has not been the case. Big hit, though. This time it's Stephen Lowe. They go for the read option on back-to-back plays, and it doesn't work. Dropping our guys back, playing the pass the whole way. We know they got to sit on that one. Let's see what they do. Halfback screen, we're all over it. Cole is there and says, not on my watch. 4th and 23, you better get the punter ready. You don't really see Hemphill get too many opportunities for punt returns, but he's absolutely going to try to take one of the house right here. Start of the 4th quarter, this punt's going to be out here. Not a great punt, in my opinion. Hemphill tries to bounce to the outside, and there's just not really much blocking with a punt that bad. This has been a really weird game for us. We haven't had a massive offensive explosion. They've kept a lot of our guys in check, but honestly, we've done enough to just make sure that we're going to come out here with the win as long as we keep control of this football. Our goal as well is to get Jason Barr over 100 yards, maybe 1 more touchdown, giving him 3 in the afternoon. That's really top priority at the moment. And Barr's out here in the open field. Great move. Gets the block, and Jason Barr says, what? I don't have a big run? Check again. We've been waiting for Jason Barr to have a big run. He finally got it here in the 4th quarter. Love to see that. Great play that really might give us the win. Hudson trying to run a little bit again. Hudson has no one around him. He's breaking out, and he slides properly because we were coming for him. Hudson's a little bit more desperate right now, running a lot more than he probably had earlier in the first half. Ooh, nice little slant route, and they pick up another big gain of 12. That's Riley Dawkins. We meet again. A lot of you guys may not have followed at that point, but Riley Dawkins obviously has been a guy that is the brother of a very talented player that played here, and well, he chose to go to the Ohio State rather than here. You know what? We're getting our revenge. I mean, imagine if he came to Cascade Valley instead of Ohio State. He'd be on a team that is top 2 in the nation, one of the best out there, and just getting him the ball consistently. But instead, he's out here catching maybe 1 or 2 balls today. But you know what? That's a decision he made and what he's got to live with at this point. Hudson trying his best to do something here. Throws a little underneath route. This one goes to Reed, the running back. He's going to power through for a first down amongst 5 or 6 tacklers. Hemphill's been on Dawkins pretty much the entire game today, and he's had, I think, honestly, a fantastic performance. A lot of people coming for him, and Oliver and Patterson both come in there to get the sack on Hudson. Another big play. 2nd and 16. Cole watching the QB run. They have an absolute beautiful route there by Johnson, and Ohio State's back in the game. So when the extra point goes in, it's an 11-point afternoon. Now, Ohio State did a little bit of number crunching and realized that, well, they kind of sort of need to go for 2 here because that helps them out a lot more. It's a 12-point game regardless if they don't get it. And they're going to try. And they got it, which makes it 10. So a touchdown and a field goal gets them right back in it. Now, I did check the stats, by the way, and Riley Dawkins only has 1 grab for 12 yards despite starting the entire afternoon. Hemphill is a dog. It's been absolutely destroying him out there. We're doing a lot of running this afternoon, and Barnes had, after that big run earlier, a much better afternoon today. Looking for something, and he might have just got clotheslined by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Going to rely on the read option. Only 1 linebacker in the vicinity at the moment. Riley's going to keep that one. Another big game, making it 3rd and manageable. After starting out 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, we're now 5 for 8. That's a great success story, in my opinion. The halfback screens have been money, except for right there, and Ohio State's right back in it. So the good news is we get the ball down inside the 20, but the bad news is Ohio State's got a lot of momentum at the moment. Can we get a stop here to make sure that we walk out here with a W? We felt good after what we saw earlier, but we needed that tackle. What a tackle by Matthew Fowler. Ooh, we got a lot of bad mismatches here. We're trying to get Walton over to help cover. They end up going with the run, and Mario Moses says, not today. Another big tackle for a loss. That is the 3rd tackle for a loss that Moses has had today. I mean, between him and Mullins, those dudes are unstoppable. Love to have both of them here. Hope they both come back for the next season. And what a big hit. This time we see Mullins come off the edge. So on a 4th and 8, they actually go for a punt here. I guess they were deep in their own territory, didn't want to risk it, but with 3-on-1 left, they can't really give up many first downs here because if they do, we're going to walk out of here with a W. Barnes having a really good game, over 115 in the afternoon. Anytime he gets over 100, we're happy with it. But again, he probably needs one of those big statement games if he's going to walk out with a Heisman Trophy this year. 3rd and 3 with 2:20 left. Riley's going to opt to keep that one up the middle, and he's not going to get that one. It's making it 4th and short. We haven't seen him in at all today, but Thornton is coming in. Try to get a little trickeration going. It's a little bit of a bigger guy. And they stop him. They stopped Cedric Thornton. They were waiting on the read option. They had multiple guys watching, the running back and the quarterback, and Ohio State has the ball back. I mean, not only do they have the ball back, but they have it in a really good field position, which is going to be dicey for us. Can we get a stop here? They throw one across the middle, and again, John Hall giving up big yards. Some of you guys have affectionately dubbed John Hall as part-time playmaker, part-time player, and it's showing right now. 2 minutes here on the clock. He's going to try to go with it. Mullins and company are there, though, and get him for a loss. Our coverage has been good, but our guys are getting pretty gassed right now. Big pressure this time off the edge. What a hit. 3 for 8 on 3rd down. So there's one thing our defense has done good today. It's stopped them on 3rd down conversions. Can we get another one here? Big hit. Are you kidding me? Mullins comes off the edge, sacking him again. That's a school record, tying it at 3. He needs one more to break it. Ohio State's going to line up for a field goal, probably go for the onside kick because they know they're still within this ball game if they get the onside kick back. And last week, we also gave up an onside kick, so it's not out of the realm of possibility for that. As the field goal is up, it is good, and we've got ourselves a ball game again. We got our hands team on the field. I'm nervous. I'm honestly nervous right now. Riley is going to swipe that one. What an unbelievable grab. From a dude who didn't get much involved in the offensive game plan today, that was a huge play. Minute 16, they only have 2 timeouts left. We should be fine in this game, but we're going to try to get Jason Barr some of these yards and see what he can do. And look, that's the kind of run we're looking for, 8 big ones. 2nd and short, taking a little bit of time off the clock. Barr up the middle. Another good carry. Love to see it, 9 yards that time. Wasting the clock down a little bit. Ohio State obviously using their timeouts, putting Gold over to the side. Love to see it again. 5 more yards. Barr is adding to that already impressive total he's had on the ground. Ohio State is officially out of timeouts. Barr is just trying to get a little bit more stat padding here because, again, he wants that Heisman Trophy. And he wants it now. And look at Barr fight. Hey, we might call a timeout here. If we can get him in the end zone, I'm here for it. 3rd and inches to go. We have 2 timeouts to possibly use here. Barr going up the middle. A shoestring tackle. Are you kidding me? Call a timeout for this young man. We're getting him in there. If you watch the series, you know what play's coming up. Low halfback toss here. Barr still in the game. He's going to get out to the outside. The speed's too good. Barr's in the end zone for the 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Put this man back on the Heisman list right now. We're going to walk out here with a massive W. Look, this game was close for pretty much the entirety, but we found a way to get it done. Yes, we had some mistakes, but this play by Jason Barr. That's what sealed the deal in this game. Love to see it. Barr gets your player of the game, 157 on the ground, 3 touchdowns, 3 receptions for 20 yards and a touchdown. That's my Heisman. Recapping the stats, Riley was no slouch today. 14 of 15, 189 through the air, 3 touchdowns, 2 sacks. He played a lot more of a shorter passing game, but after what happened last week, we wanted to be a little bit more conservative with him. On the ground, we're going to see Barr again, impressive stat line, didn't fumble, turned the ball over today. Riley had 43, we see Stewart have 12, Thornton, that one run didn't work really well. We got to get him a little bit more involved in the game early, but still a fantastic day. Not a lot to love in the receiving game, but we see a receiving touchdown by Stewart, by Barr, and by Darrow Rd as well. And then we see on the defensive side, John Hall led us with 6 total tackles. We see 5 by Josh Cole. We see a couple by Doug Hall as well. From a sack perspective, we had 3 by Mark Mullins, an absolute monster performance by him today. 1 by Patterson, Moses, and Josh Cole. And then interception-wise, we had 1 by Doug Hall, 1 by John Hall. One of those was thrown at the very end of the game, which I believe Doug Hall ultimately got. But again, you love to see it. I know Ohio State was 1-3, but still getting a win against them. They are a very talented team, rated pretty much across the 90s for all their offense, defense, and special teams. But there's work to be done. We weren't perfect today. We weren't bad today, but we're kind of somewhere in the middle. I know the potential this team has, and today we didn't quite live up to it, but still, I'm optimistic. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.